Hello, I'm Avishar Barua. Thanks for coming with us on this Trust Fall. Hong Kong House is one of my favorite places. One of the first restaurants that I had, Sichuan Chinese in Columbus. Before that was Fortune. I went to Hong Kong House and was very excited to have some things. I actually liked Sichuan food so much that I went to Chengdu for a little bit and got to try some of the items over there. And it was definitely a flavor explosion. Let's go through it and see what we ordered. Some of this stuff you're not going to have because we always order way too much food, but thought we'd share some of the favorites. All right. Appears to be rice. Okay. And how much you order? Let's just go ahead and tear this up. All right, there we are. We're making progress. This is what we call a light lunch at Trust Fall. I always encourage people to try as many things as possible because you can always eat it the next day. It makes great leftovers, and it's always better to have more than enough food than not enough food, I think. Okay, so we're going to try and focus on the things that are specifically Sichuan here that I like quite a bit. These happen to be the dumplings in chili oil. I like the wontons. I like them both, but the dumplings are a little bit larger. The wontons are known because they will actually be slippery in your throat, so they slide down a little bit better, and there's like a little balls of meat. So there's two options. There's wontons or dumplings in chili oil. I prefer the wontons, but today we have dumplings. They're both very good. This might scare you because you're seeing a lot of oil in here and it's red. They actually use various chilies to make this oil. And it's actually, chili is a fruit, so you're getting more of the aroma and the toasted nuttiness of a chili. It's not insanely spicy like you might envision. It's good to just pick it up and go for it. It's very tasty. It's immensely savory with a bit of chili in the back and a lot of great flavor. You want to eat more and more of these, and often one of our guilty pleasures is we'll take this oil left over, put it over rice, or put it over other things and eat it with that, or use it even as like a stir-fry sauce. That's a secret, next level secret for the next day fried rice, but not recommended traditionally. The other things that we have is chili oil tripe. So, a different dressing. You'll notice it is supposed to have a pool of oil. That's not a mistake. A lot of Sichuan cooking will be kind of flooded in oil, so you can enjoy the texture and the flavor and aroma overall. You don't have to drink the oil or anything, but it's nice to dip it in and go across. Delicious. We like these because it's almost like a cold meat salad, so like a Chinese charcuterie. I like it quite a bit. Actually, I like it more than regular charcuterie boards because it has more depth. Here is one of the items that I think is a good introduction to Sichuan Chinese. This is called La Zichi. It's from, my pronunciation is probably wrong because I haven't spoken Chinese in a while, but it's from the Chongqing region, and it's a dish that was called La Zichi because it's chili chicken. So you'll see a lot of chilies around here. And then you have the chicken, which is, in this case, you can have it fried and crispy, which is the way that I prefer it, or you can have it stir-fried. When you have it fried and crispy, it's like I would say, it's very reminiscent of a kicked up version of popcorn chicken. So you could eat it with chopsticks, or you could just pop it in your mouth with your hands. It's very good and extremely addictive. Also very good to refry or reheat, so awesome. And finally, we have one of my favorite fish dishes. This is a dish that, whether you like fish or you don't, people tend to enjoy. So I pick it out every time that I go to introduce my friends. Piece of Sichuan food. And this is probably swai, looks kind of like swai. It is a fish that is poached in an aromatic broth with pickled salted cabbage. It's called swansaiyu. And while it's popular in Sichuan, when I was also in Guangdong province, I saw that it was actually taking over. It was spreading just kind of like almost like hot chicken did in Columbus. So very popular dish. It's nice because the texture of the fish is very, very smooth and silky in the mouth. And the flavor is almost like a hot and sour, I would say, like a hot and sour sort of profile, more than just numbing and hot, which is like mala, numbing hot, is something you're gonna get out of here, potentially here. This is gonna be more on the side of sour. It's so good that we actually tried fermenting our own cabbage to make it. Our version is never as good, but we really, really, really like it. So this sort of dish, and all of these are supposed to be enjoyed with rice, so always keep your rice handy. They do not suggest, I got laughed at for actually taking this and pouring it over the rice and flooding it. You should enjoy it however you want to, but the traditional way, I think, is you kind of dive in, pick it up, and go for it. I'd like to give you words, but I'm going to eat another one first because it's really good. Really good, it's really hot. One of my favorite things. It's really good. So I know with Food Adventures, you're going to have the chicken, you're going to have the fish, you're going to have the wontons of these. Please enjoy those, but also don't be afraid to try everything else that Hong Kong House has. They have an insanely large menu, and I've had very few, if any, misses there whatsoever. I think everything's delicious, and I'm happy to share this experience with you. Thank you for trusting me to introduce you to some Sichuan Chinese.